7 contenders, the most in Quadrilla Marble League history. Goop, the lovable underdog, but under that silly demeanor, there was a fierce competitor, one that beat even the best to the marathon gold last season. Bluetail, the sleeping giant of the league. After missing out by a hair in Season 1, Bluetail has been consistently top half, but is still looking for vengeance for Season 1. Tarzan, king of the jungle, hoping to be king of the league today after 2 straight seasons of being runner-up. Sandstorm, the resurgent, haven't contended for a title since Season 1, but with how they've done this season, you'd think they've been doing it every year. Rasher, the challenger, shot up in the standings in the final quarter. This marble is playing for their spot in the league, but simultaneously the overall title. Candycorn, the consistency master. With 2 finishes outside the top half, Candycorn has looked like they never left the league and wants to win after a Season 2 heartbreak. Seabed, the favorite, the defending champion, the marble that has made the most rivals, but very few can boast that they've triumphed over Seabed in the end. Today, it all gets settled. Welcome to the Individual Quadrilla Marble League Season 5 finale. Under the lights here at the Marathon for the 4th straight season, but never seen before in Season 5, we have a record-breaking 7 marbles still eligible for the championship heading to the final event. So, while these marbles have a wealth of experience in the Marathon, the level of competition we see today may be higher than we've ever seen in the past. A rundown of how the Marathon works: heats of 4 will go down this quadrilla course multiple times. They will go in laps. After the first lap, the finishing order of the first lap will be the starting order of the second lap, and it will keep going until we've finished each of the laps. 3 laps in the heats, 4 laps in the semi-finals, and 5 laps in the final. Top 2 from the heat go to the semi-final, top 2 from those semi-finals go to the final, and there you can see our 4 heats. Every heat has at least 1 championship contender, if not 2, because we have 7 marbles still eligible from Seabed down to Goop that still have a chance to win this championship. Mysticorp and Blizzard can still play for the overall podium, so over half of these marbles still in contention for that overall top 3 spot. But in the first heat, we're going to get started with Sandstorm, Tarzan, Blizzard, and Mozzarella. Sandstorm and Tarzan both eligible for the championship in 4th and 5th respectively right now. Blizzard in 9th place trying to go for the overall podium. Mozzarella, ooh, Sandstorm gets held up there. As I was saying, Mozzarella down in the order, but they have done well here before. Tarzan will take the win after the first lap. Then it's Sandstorm. So the 2 championship contenders in the top 2 spots right now. Blizzard and Sandstorm in a close duel for the entirety of this race. Blizzard actually had it for quite a bit, but Sandstorm was able to make that place, and that could be crucial for them. You need to get top 2 to advance, so every position here counts, because in the next lap, they're going to start in that order, all in the same funnel, so it's harder to make 1 overtakes from here on out. Tarzan will lead the way ahead of Sandstorm, then it's Blizzard. Ooh, a big gap behind Sandstorm to Blizzard, and now Tarzan and Sandstorm are well out in front. It's going to take some DNFs for the other 2 to catch up. I'd have to think Tarzan and Sandstorm, though, both fighting for the overall win in this lap. It is going to be Tarzan that keeps it ahead of Sandstorm. Then it's Blizzard and Mozzarella. But both of these marbles, Tarzan and Sandstorm, want to do as well as they can here going to the final lap. They want to do anything they can at all costs to avoid falling to 3rd or 4th here. They need to advance to have a realistic chance of winning. Tarzan needs to advance. Sandstorm also pretty much needs to advance if they want any chance to win. Otherwise, they will not be able to overtake Seabed, who's sitting pretty with 130 points at the top of the standings. But Tarzan and Tarzan and Sandstorm are on their way out of the funnel now in the final lap. Sandstorm makes a move for Tarzan and takes the lead. Blizzard now trying to contend with Tarzan, but Blizzard's not going to get there, so it is going to be Sandstorm and Tarzan that get advancement from this lap. Our 2 championship contenders are moving on. Blizzard will be knocked out, and Mozzarella very slow in this final lap. They do manage to finish the course, but dead last in all 3 of the laps. Very unfortunate for a marble that has clinched a championship here at the Marathon before in the Team Quadrilla Marble League. but they're going to be dead last here. Blizzard in third. They are not going to make the overall podium. Sandstorm and Tarzan, though, both still have a chance to win. Both of them are getting a top half result in this event. Now in the second heat, Rasher, Mystic Orb, Ecto, and Casper. Actually, this heat is the only one with just one championship contender, and that is Rasher, who's sitting in third place in the championship right now. They're trying to get the lead from the bottom funnel, but Ecto in the top funnel is faster, and Ecto has the lead. Mystic Orb in third place, Casper well off the pace right now. Rasher's hoping to hold on to that second place, and they fall off the course. Oh, in the middle part of it, Rasher is off the course, and they're going to go all the way to last in the second lap. Casper well off the pace here. Even Mystic Orb was behind Rasher and didn't look like they had the pace to get by. But Rasher is going to go to fourth place. They're going to start in dead last, going to the second lap. Just 2 laps for them to get into that top 2. They also need to advance at all costs to have any chance of winning. Rasher, of course, also playing for their position in the Individual Quadrilla Marble League. If they don't get top 4, they will not return next season, most likely. Ecto has the lead right now. Then it's Mr. Orb. Rasher makes a move for third place ahead of Casper. That's one move they need. Can they get a second one? Collision between Mr. Orb and Ecto, but Rasher cannot get by. They're really like a close to the end with Ecto at the end there, but Ecto did manage to hold on. But Rasher has crucially made one of those spots that they need to. Going into the final lap, now they just need to make one more spot in the final lap to get advancement and still have a chance to win. Mystic Orb and Ecto in first and second. Mystic Orb playing for an overall podium spot. It's very unlikely, but they could still do it if they win gold here. Ecto playing for another medal or just another good result in this season after a very unfortunate season for them. And Casper, same can be said for them in the back right now. But in the final lap, all 4 of them very bunched up as they come out of the funnel. Will Rasher be able to hold on? Rasher, I don't see them. They've gotten stuck somewhere, and they're not going to advance. Mystic Orb and Ecto in first and second. They are going to hold on to first and second in this heat. Casper will get third, and Rasher got held up. I think a nudge from Mystic Orb must have gotten them stuck in one of those blocks up there. We couldn't manage to see them. That's very unfortunate for Rasher. They're going to be dead last in this heat. They are not going to win this championship. And in fact, their risk of losing auto qualification is very pertinent right now. But we're moving on to Heat 3 now. Candycorn, Bluetail, Cobra, and Neptune, with Candycorn and Bluetail both championship contenders in this heat. Bluetail down in 6th place right now, so they do have quite a bit to do. They need to get silver at least in this event, and Candycorn pushes them aside to take the lead. Candycorn is in 2nd place right now. Bluetail is off the course. Candycorn will win the first lap. Bluetail, though, that's very unfortunate for them. After having 2nd for most of this heat, they were battling with Neptune for 2nd place, had 2nd place in the middle part of the course, and go plummeting off the course. They're going to be in dead last right now. Cobra on the course, they're going to start ahead of Bluetail. Candycorn, though, is in 2nd place in the championship, and as it stands, would be advancing. With both Tarzan and Sandstorm advancing, Candycorn pretty much needs to advance as well, just keep pace with Sandstorm, even if Seabed doesn't do well in this event. So Candycorn is going to try to do anything they can to advance here. With so many contenders, you need to do the best you can, get the best result you can in this event, and Candycorn is doing just that. Cobra is slow, well off the place right now, but Candycorn will lead after lap 2. Neptune has made a move for 2nd place, and Bluetail also crucially got by Cobra in the back of this heat. So Bluetail is in 3rd place. If they can advance, their championship is not over yet. They need a silver in this event, though. Bluetail needs to make one more position. Candycorn also pretty much needs to hold on to that top 2 spot in order to still have a chance to win this championship. Neptune and Cobra playing spoiler perhaps in this heat, as Neptune is in 2nd place in between those 2 championship contenders. Now Candycorn trying to stretch it in the final lap. Can Neptune and Bluetail get by? Bluetail gets by Neptune. Here, Neptune's racy, though. They're going to get back on Bluetail. Bluetail's off the course. They are not winning this championship. Neptune will hold on to 2nd place, but more importantly, Candycorn comfortable ahead in front. 1st place in all 3 of their laps. They made it look easy in this heat. So Candycorn is moving on. They still have a chance to win. In fact, 2nd place in the championship for them, so they are doing very good job of keeping pace with Sandstorm and Tarzan. Sandstorm and Candycorn and Neptune are moving on. Bluetail is knocked out. They are not winning. Rasher also cannot win. So that's 2 championship contenders out. Seabed, Goop, Rainforest, and Void in the final heat of the marathon. Seabed, the championship leader, is in this one, but with so many of the other contenders already advancing, Seabed is going to want to advance as well to still have a chance to win. Goop needs to win gold and have Seabed get a bottom spot in this event. Rainforest takes the lead from Seabed here. Goop in third place. Oh, they fall off the course, so Goop is going to dead last in this heat after this first lap. Void got stuck on the course, I think a result of little collisions there with Goop. So Void, despite getting halted by Goop further up the course, they're going to start ahead of them because Goop fell off further down. But Seabed is doing whatever they can to stay in that top 2 spot. They were battling with Rainforest, got passed by Rainforest further up the course, but they still have a second place spot, and that is all they need to advance. Still 2 laps though. Lots can change here. Rainforest and Seabed in first and second right now. If Seabed wins, this pretty much eliminates Goop. In fact, Seabed needs to get a bottom 3 spot for Goop to have any chance of winning. So Seabed pretty much needs to fall to last right here, but they're trying to hold on to the top 2. Maybe you can contend for first place with Rainforest. Seabed and Rainforest is... Oh, Seabed has fallen to third place. They're falling off the course. Seabed is off the course right now. And Void goes from third to first in the second lap. Capitalizing off Seabed falling off, Rainforest also got halted there. That allowed Void to close up. And Void, a great final stand by them to take the lead heading into the final lap. But Seabed has fallen to dead last right now. They need to get in that top 2 spot to advance here. If they don't advance, they still have a chance to win this championship because they are the championship leader, but they won't be in control if they stay in the bottom 2 here. It's a very tough task for Seabed right now in this final lap, but can they do it? We've seen them thrive under pressure before, but can they do it? They're very bunched up right now. A lot of collision there with Void. Void pushes Seabed behind, and Seabed is still right now in the lap. Rainforest will take the lead, and then Seabed falls off the course in the final lap, and they are going to finish in last place in this heat. Falling off the course in both lap 2 and lap 3, cracking under the pressure unfortunately, and now this opens the door for all the other contenders that have advanced. Candycorn, Sandstorm and Tarzan all now have a great opportunity to pass Seabed in the standings. Seabed is going to get a bottom 4 finish in this event because they had second place after the first lap. They do finish the best of them, 13th place, so just 3 points for them in the standings after this event. So the championship as it stands, Seabed still could win, but Candycorn needs to finish 7th or 8th for Seabed to have any chance. They also need help from Sandstorm and Tarzan, as Seabed, Candycorn, Sandstorm and Tarzan are the only 4 that still have a chance to win. There you can see our 2 semi-finals, Sandstorm, Ecto, Neptune and Goop here. Sandstorm, they still need to advance to the final to have a chance of beating Seabed because they need to get 3rd place in this event at least to beat Seabed overall. So, despite advancing from their heat, they still have a lot of work to do here, and they're in the lead right now. Ecto in 2nd place, Neptune is slow, and Goop is nowhere to be seen. So, it will be Sandstorm, Ecto, Neptune, and Goop going to the next lap in that order. Sandstorm, as it stands, is doing everything they can, but still remember, 4 laps in the semi-finals, so 3 more laps for changes to happen. Sandstorm could easily lose this in the last 3 laps. Goop, they're getting halted by Neptune further up the course. They will start in last going to the next lap. We've seen them win the marathon before in Season 4. Can they do it here? They can't necessarily win the championship, but they're still hoping for a good end to the season. Sandstorm, Ecto, Neptune and Goop, in that order, going to lap 2. All eyes on Sandstorm right now, trying to hold on to that top 2 spot. If they fall to 3rd or 4th in the semi-final, they are not going to win Season 5. Sandstorm, they have the benefit of not having other contenders in this heat, but they get passed by Neptune right at the end there. Ecto also had a look, but they fell off the course, so Ecto is going to start the next lap in last. But Sandstorm has fallen to 2nd place. If they fall any more than that, they're not going to win this championship. Neptune, looking racy in the later part of this course, they are trying to get a good end to the season. They're trying to get to the final, potentially get a 2nd medal in this season. They've done much better than last season. They want to do better after tailing off a bit in the second half. But Sandstorm in 2nd place right now after halfway done in the semi-final. Can Sandstorm hold on to 1st or 2nd? They're trying to keep that gap to Neptune close and keep a gap far behind. But it's still pretty close, all 4 of them. Everyone's on the course. Now Ecto falls off the course here. Neptune holds that lead ahead of Sandstorm and Goop in 3rd place. But Sandstorm, as it stands, is still on the bubble. On the right end of it, but still on the bubble, going to the final lap. Neptune, Sandstorm, Ecto now, and Goop and Ecto, in that order, going to the final lap. Sandstorm trying to hold on. Remember, if they don't, they will not win this championship. Even if they can't, even if they beat Seabed in the final, they want to beat Candy Corn and Tarzan as well. Those two are still in the other semifinals, still have a great chance to win. The top three very close now in the final lap of the semifinal. Sandstorm has fallen to third place, but they fight back to second, and Neptune and Goop are very close there, but Goop falls off the course. Sandstorm, will they hold on? Yes, they will, and Ecto made a last gasp effort to push Neptune back from first to third in this semifinal, but Sandstorm was able to hold on to not only second, but first place in this semifinal. So they are on their way to the final. They need a top 3 finish still in the final to beat Seabed, potentially even more if Candy Corn and Tarzan advance from the second semi-final. Neptune, heartbreaking loss for them here. They went from first to third right at the end of the last lap, but they're going to settle for 5th or 6th. Goop 7th or 8th. Ecto, great job by them to have a last-ditch effort to get into the top 2, and they do. But Sandstorm is on their way to the final, the first contender to make it to the final. Now matter of whether Candy Corn and Tarzan can do the same. In the next semi-final with Rainforest and Mr. Orb, who are also trying to play spoiler. Mr. Orb takes the lead but falls off right after that. Rainforest now has the lead then as Candy Corn, and Tarzan, and Candy Corn plummets off the course in the mid part of it, and Tarzan now has second place. As it stands, Tarzan would go to the final and Candy Corn would not. If Candy Corn doesn't advance to the final and Sandstorm and Tarzan do, they still have a chance to win this championship. Candy Corn needs to finish in 5th or 6th here though to have a chance to beat Seabed. So if they finish last place in the seed, Candy Corn, they will not win this championship. Of course, they want to advance, they want to go to the final, to be in control of their own destiny. So does Tarzan. In fact, Tarzan needs to advance to have any chance of winning. Tarzan needs to get 1st or 2nd in this event, so they need to advance. They're currently in the lead right now, ahead of Rainforest. Then it's Mr. Orb. Candy Corn once again stuck on the course. Tarzan and Rainforest finish 1 and 2 very close across the line. Then it's Mr. Orb. Candy Corn, unfortunate consequence of those collisions in that high contact zone. The most dangerous part of the course is that high contact zone, and Candy Corn received the brunt of it right there. Candy Corn still in last place. They need to make 2 positions halfway done with the semi-final. Just 2 laps to go for Candy Corn to get in that top 2. Tarzan, meanwhile, is doing a great job of staying in that top 2 in first place right now to do whatever they can to advance. After 2 seasons straight of finishing in 2nd place, they don't want to do it this time. They want to be on the top step of that podium. Candy Corn hasn't been on the overall podium once before. They want to do it here. They want to be on the top step as well. But it's very close, all 4 of them, and Candy Corn is stuck once again in lap number 3. Mr. Orb is slow. Rainforest makes a move for 2nd place, but Tarzan keeping it clean out in front, and they hold 1st place once again. They haven't been out of the top 2 for the entirety of this semi-final, and they're trying to hold on to the top 2 spot in after the final lap. Just 1 lap to go for Tarzan to stay in the top 2 and for Candy Corn to somehow go from 4th to at least 2nd in this final lap. Candy Corn has not had the greatest of times in marathons in before. They had a great performance in the heat, but perhaps expended too much energy there, and now they're struggling to keep pace in this semi-final. Candy Corn needs to avoid those collisions, need to make those overtakes on Mr. Orb and Rainforest or Tarzan, but Tarzan is trying to stretch ahead of Rainforest and Mr. Orb right now. Tarzan in front right now. They're going to hold on after the high contact zone, but Candy Corn is closing in. All 4 of them very close. They're all on the same level. Can Candy Corn make a move? They get stuck. Rainforest falls off the course. Candy Corn gets stuck on the course. But because Rainforest fell off the course, Candy Corn will finish 3rd place in the semi-final. They will finish 3rd place in the semi-final, 5th or 6th in the event. They will do enough to get ahead of Seabed. Overall, Seabed will not get a repeat title. Candy Corn, despite getting knocked out here, still has a chance to win. But it's very unlikely here with both Tarzan doing enough in the semi-final and Sandstorm in the previous semi-final. Both of them advancing to the final. Candy Corn, we're going to see the championship as it stands right now. Candy Corn would take the lead provisionally, but they're going to be on the sidelines right now hoping that Tarzan and Sandstorm don't get in the top 2 in the final. Neptune gets 5th place, then it's Candy Corn who gets 10 points here and will be on 134 points after the semi-final. But Sandstorm and Tarzan are in the final, still have a chance to get 13 more points than we've shown here. Tarzan needs to get top 2 to win this championship. They also need to beat Sandstorm here by 2 positions. So even if they get first and Sandstorm gets second, it would not be enough for Tarzan. Meanwhile, Sandstorm, all they need to do is finish top 3 and have Tarzan not win the event. Sandstorm needs to be top 3, and right now they're doing enough and even more. They're in the lead right now after the first lap. The final has 5 laps, so the longest round out of the whole event, Sandstorm could easily lose this. But right now, they are in the best possible position, and Tarzan in 3rd place only. Mr. Gorb falling off the course gave Tarzan 3rd place here. Ecto in 2nd place, then it's Sandstorm. But Sandstorm, right now, as it stands, would be the champion. If they stay in 1st, they will win. Tarzan, no matter what Tarzan does, if Sandstorm wins this event, they will win this championship. Tarzan needs to get ahead of Sandstorm and needs to beat them by 2 spots. Candy Corn is hoping that Sandstorm gets 4th place and Tarzan gets 3rd place. That's the only scenario where Candy Corn still wins. Sandstorm, though, in front right now, keeping it clean, and Ecto in 2nd. Tarzan in 3rd, and Mr. Gorb is stuck on the course, so the standings after lap 2 will stay the same as it was from lap number 1. Mr. Gorb coming to a stop. Ecto in 2nd place. Ecto is playing to get a gold medal. They haven't gotten a gold medal here. If they get a gold in this event, they will have golds in every season of the Individual Quadrilla Marble League, and that is a feat that only they could potentially say. But Mr. Gorb also playing for potential auto qualification here if they win this event, and if Tarzan gets last, Sandstorm of course has the most stakes here with Tarzan, still playing for the championship. With 3 laps to go in this final, Sandstorm right now still would be the champion. Tarzan trying to get into 2nd place and get ahead of them in this lap. Halted is Tarzan, a bump with Ecto, and they're now in dead last. Mr. Gorb now has a lifeline and is close with Ecto and pushes aside Ecto. Mr. Gorb goes from 4th to 2nd in the 3rd lap, but one constant remains. Sandstorm still holds the lead and is doing whatever they can right now to win Season 5. Oh, Sandstorm is doing everything they can. Before the season, they had not had a single gold medal. Got their first gold medal here. As it stands, they would be getting a second one and would do enough and even more to win Season 5. Coming from 4th place in the championship coming to this event, Tarzan 5th. Both of these marbles haven't been on the podium provisionally going to this event, but both of them could be 1 and 2 after this. As it stands though, Tarzan would not be. They need to get in that top 3, and more importantly, they need to get ahead of Sandstorm and beat them by 2 spots in this final to win this championship. Sandstorm though, trying to keep it clean as they have in the previous laps. They've done such a good job, but they need to sustain it in the 4th and 5th lap. Oh, Ecto got halted, and Tarzan also once again gets stuck in the high contact zone. Mr. Gorb is gotten by Sandstorm into the lead after the 4th lap, and Mr. Gorb takes the lead going to the final lap. Sandstorm in 2nd place, and crucially Ecto, who fell off the course in the middle part of the course, they fall to last. This means Tarzan is just 1 spot behind Sandstorm going to the final lap. 1 Sandstorm DNF away from Tarzan claiming 2nd place and winning this championship. Candy Corn also on the sidelines needs to hope that somehow Sandstorm falls off or goes back to last and Tarzan holds 3rd place, and if that happens, if Tarzan gets 3rd and Sandstorm gets last here, Candy Corn will be the champion. 3 marbles still have a chance going to the final lap. Mr. Gorb leads the way though. Sandstorm, still provisionally the champion, needs to fall to give it to someone else. But Sandstorm is trying to hold on, trying to contend with Mr. Gorb for lead. Here's Ecto and Tarzan trying to close in. Mr. Gorb will win the event. Ecto steals 2nd place at the final second, but Sandstorm importantly holds on to 3rd place and more importantly holds on to the championship in Season 5. Falling from 1st to 2nd to 3rd in the final lap, but it does not matter. 3rd place is all they needed to beat Seabed, to beat Tarzan, to beat Candy Corn, and Sandstorm wins the Individual Quadrilla Marble League in Season 5. Mr. Gorb though, M for Marathon, M for Mr. Gorb, going from last in the Marathon last season to 1st place here, and Ecto getting a 2nd straight silver. What great job by those top 2, but of course Sandstorm the happiest of all, 3rd place. They have done enough. 5th place in the first season, and here in Season 5 they are 1st place. Well done to them for winning the championship. Thank you so much for watching Individual Quadrilla Marble League in Season 5. We will have the Team Quadrilla Marble League in Season 5 coming up after this, but before that, enjoy the closing ceremony.